Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we are playing Progressive Capitals on the End of the King map. We're playing as a green player out of the third position. And I have a decision to make. And that is where am I going to cap. This is our Tier List Tuesday series, a series on the channel where we play every single map in Risk, stack them up against each other, and try to have a good time. Write them on a tier list, see how they work. On the meta settings, those settings are auto setup, 6-second turn timer, progressive cards, balanced blitz dice, no rank restrictions, alliances, and portals are off, fog and blizzards are on. We play with neutral inactivity behavior in this series. We have a full 6-player game, which is good. I believe our last game, we had we might have had a full 6-player last time on Tier List Tuesday, but somebody bought it very early. Black does not go here. The 4 is at least positionally what I'm eyeing. I can try to play for the +2 down here off of this. My 7 is kind of stuck over here. There's a 1-point hold over Viper Fleet from this territory up here on West Tower. There's a 7 of whites on Queen's Tower, which will probably get taken. I could cap in the +5 at the top, but I think red will likely cap there even if I did, so I don't really want to take that risk. I'd rather just play for a different spot. We'll go here. This is a nice central board position. And even gives us an early blocking spot on red if we need it, if we get to that point. So white does go there. That was to be expected. I'm also, red goes on the 5, but at what cost, right? Like, white can break, pink can break. I'm surprised pink didn't go on the 3 here. That would have been a pretty decent spot. Red takes what I think is a no-brainer capital. We'll lose that position pretty early on whether or not we can look at them. I'd like to take this +2 if I can, but if obviously we see black get hit early, there's not much of a point to that. We do show blue that I'm here. We went here before him, and pink is, in fact, right there on that spot. So infinite trading zone with the pink player as he actually comes up out of Barbican. Holds a 9 on me. There's a 4 on capital. Holds a 9 in my face. I can tell you this much. I don't love that. Can't say I'm a fan of that. If you're that desperate to hold a +2, be my guest, I guess. Just take there. Come back to capital. Nice and safe and sound. Feeling good. Blue starts with 6. Maybe this 4 moves away. We can take back here. I'm not sure. We did lose a troop on that roll. If you're wondering why I sound a little bit different, I was at a football game this weekend, American football game this weekend, and lost my voice. So we're trying to get it back, but a loss. Nice. Blue does actually move for us, so I can continue taking cards over there. I don't know who is next to white. White is currently on the battlements area here. Looks like he may actually play for West Keep, which is not a bad idea. Don't trust pink. I don't think pink is good. I can tell you guys that much. You guys know I try to evaluate skill as early as I can in games. All signs here point to the pink player not being a very strong player. Holding 9 troops off cap, fortifying a 4 in, so 4 on cap, 9 here. Never conducive to success. I fully anticipate red going boom, boom. Fortifying the 3 in even. Potentially trying to take the +5 early. I would split here so that you hold a little bit off. A 4 on 2 I would not do. I think that's that was a mistake. He'll probably still try to finish the bonus. There's no reason here not to attack or to not to leave 6 here and then attack and can split, pull your 3 in. Instead, he just wasted 3 troops on that maneuver. End of the King is a 37 territory map, 2 blizzards, so 35 total territories. That makes us 4 smaller than the classic map when blizzards are considered. There are 11 continents, though, so quite a smattering of continents. He puts 4 of his 7 troops here. I'm really not enjoying what pink is doing here. Pulling those troops back to cap would make me think he's at least a little bit better than his initial skill would imply, but I think he's only going to move the 4 troops. He moves 1 troop, so he's got 5 troops on cap, presumably, because he had to take elsewhere, and maybe he's got more than that, but this is going to start irritating me, holding that many. I'm not going to break you. People have this weird, like, obsession with excessively defending their own bonuses. In my personal view, I feel more compelled to break you when you leave a bunch of troops next to my cap than if you had just left this undefended. I wouldn't feel like I need to break pink in that scenario. We do take this card over here. I might finish this. Oh, well played. Well, we found black. So he'll take this bonus. That makes sense. I will not hold this. White, I think, probably has this +3 here. So we're not in a great spot. I have a good late game capital, but I want to play for something. I kind of want to be a little antagonistic if I need to, despite not having much of a leg to stand on. I think that red and white are really our only opponents with a shot at a bonus right now, although black has the 1-point hold here. Black capped there, knowing that white would likely cap here right next to him with how large of a stack that was. He had a 7 there to start. I think it was an interesting choice for black to go directly next to white. White is only getting 5, though, because black presumably is not going to let him hold here. Now, there's a chance white doesn't let red hold either. And if red does get 10 troops, red gets 10 troops here. That's a really good start for him. I may actually be able to wrap around and hold a split hold here in the +4 then, because if black's not letting white hold this, there's a world in which I can sneak into this little pocket over here. Red seems like he may already be rolling a capital. The issue is I can't commit too many troops towards this left movement because of pink. If pink moved this, I would feel much more open to that play. This is just irritating. Okay, so pink is up in here. Does he try to finish this? Not as far as I can tell. Comes back to capital. But yeah, holding 15 troops off your cap, eventually when the trades start coming in, this is going to be just cheap enough to just wail on. Black's almost certainly going to hit me here. If he lets me hold this +3, that's bananas. Oh, he took white's cap. Red must have slammed white's cap then. Pink didn't take it here, so he may actually let me hold here. Yeah, it does. Crazy. All right. Just tell black well played. Come back to cap. Hold the +4, because now I'm in here. White is... I feel bad for white, honestly. Yeah, he got cap slammed by red. Red did win whatever roll he did, too, so... I know white had a 6 stack or something over here, but I think he must have lost some of that. He rolled some of it into me. Red's going to be very weak here. So black with double cap at the top of the board is not great. Red's still getting 10 a turn, though, so red didn't get broken here by either white or black, which is interesting. So black must have gone over to the tower on the side. Very interesting. It's possible that red didn't ever win the roll there either. Blue is still getting... Blue's getting has a +2. Ironsides fall. Blue is down here. We know where pink is. Black is, for some reason, letting me stay back here. Red botting out would be bizarre, because you still managed to hold your whole bonus here. But this game has such an issue with people quitting. You know, they fail a cap roll, they lose some troops early, whatever. It's going to be a very concentrated position at the top of the board. Now, I do still have pathing into black. Don't really want to have to use it. Red does quit. See what pink decides to do, because pink, this is one of those moments where black's cap's not super strong. If he keeps stacking 7 troops next to me, what are we... He's going to trade in. He's going to come to the left here. He's going to try to knock me out of here. Hopefully he gets bad dice. I haven't broke... I mean, that's asking to get hit. Just simply asking to get hit. Stacking up next to me, antagonizing, trading in early. The whole shebang, really. Black goes to the right. I think black's trying to take the towers. He may just eliminate white here. I'd be surprised. I was going to say, I'd be surprised if he doesn't. The nice thing for me here, this actually leaves him on 4 cards. So he will trade in again ahead of me. So he'll trade at least the 8 trade if blue if blue doesn't set ahead of me. Now I worry. Black clearly is decently skilled relative to it at the very least pink. I think he may just knock me out of this back spot, which is not ideal. Nope, not yet. Not yet he doesn't. That's for sure. Blue's getting 10. Red still has 12 on this cap, but obviously flagged. White is gone. Yeah, maybe, you know, white probably should have capped on the 6 over here on East Tower, but I imagine blue is maybe on Sailhound, and white knew that. Feel a little bit bad for the white player. Black's got 2 fairly strong capitals. May keep me back here. Blue comes out with 13. Now, if nobody broke red, yeah, this bot's going to be hefty at the top of the board. Quite hefty. I wasn't even trying to take this bonus. I'm trying to back pink up. So pink puts, if he puts all 7 troops here, it ends up being 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Maybe any troop loss along that line or any placement elsewhere means you maybe aren't able to duck in here and break. Or he does that, where he doesn't hit me at all. That's strange. Black's getting 11. So that's double capital and the +4. King's Quarters, I think. That must be what it is. If he wants to take this bonus back here, I'm fine with that. I'm actually a little bit surprised he's not hitting me. Yeah, he's playing very nicely to me. And I did that intentionally because now with a trade incoming and good generation, I got decent enough dice on that. I need to get somebody out of the game, and pink he antagonized me. He left a bunch of troops next to me, and he came in and broke me with a roundabout, you know, a double attack to come break me. So they let me hold a bunch of troops on a particular turn. That's fine. I will invest them to inconvenience an opponent. Yeah, I recognize black is a very strong position. I also recognize that blue isn't doing much, so maybe it would have made more sense to try to target black. But I'm not really in a position to do that because the attacks into his territories are fairly limited because they're both capitals, right? So maybe we get lucky. Maybe pink crashes out here. He's struggling to click this, but he could just slam me. If he leaves a bunch of troops here, he's just signing his own death warrant, honestly. Blue appears to have skipped, which is... Oh, he really signed his own death warrant there. If black doesn't break me here, if black targets a different person, this could get really interesting. Even if he wants to take this in here, but if he plays lax here and doesn't break me because he knows that I'm not actively going for him, pink could be very much on the docket of death. Black's playing pretty good neighbor aside. Yeah, all right, I'm fine with that. Sure. I don't know what pink is doing. I'm not going to question it. We're just going to eliminate him. That is all fine and dandy. That's what happens when you keep way too many troops off capital. And now black is stronger than me. It's really going to depend on what blue does here. Pink is out. Blue trades. So both me and black have 2 caps. We both have taken eliminations. Blue skipped. Didn't actually line up on me here, which is really intriguing. I want to see more than one attack. Yeah, blue's playing super passive. So if I can work with black on blue, it's probably my best bet. Red should flag here momentarily. We're probably pretty close to that time. But yeah, pink, the pink player, pink, if you ever end up seeing this video, all I can recommend to you, sir, stop stacking on your neighbor. That's the biggest thing. Stop stacking on your neighbor. And leave troops on capital. Because he pulls 14 off, only leaves 12 on cap. It's simple. It's boom, boom. So... I'm not sure what black is doing here. I don't know if he's looking for me to emote or something. I don't have anything for you. Sorry, dude. I wish he didn't fortify there. I think black should realize that blocking me is not the choice he should be making here. Because I don't want to be bad to him. I don't want to go bad to him. Yeah, yes. And then, okay, this is fine too. This works perfectly okay. I can live with that. Because now I have a card that way. Right? I don't have to go bad to him. Black can take this back and chill. Because the only bonus I have guaranteed here is the +2, right? He can break in the pocket over here. He can break up top. He can take all of this back here. I think he wants to kill guard me. That's the main reason he hasn't removed that from behind his capital. It may even be worthwhile to start placing troops behind him. But not yet, I don't think. I mean, I will keep this line open as long as I can. If they want to trade in front of my cap, that just lets me get, recoup my losses blue trades early. I mean, the other thing is black's caps are not well defended. So maybe black is going here because he wants to take the red capital. Red is worth 2 cards and it's not adding anything else there. So it eventually will become a worthwhile position to take. Blue is playing super passive. So I'm interested to see what black does here because technically this is a break on blue, but I already did it. He knows that I have already done it. He also probably knows he can remove me back here. I am going to get the 30 trade. Puts 12 there. He may think I have more back here, and that's why he's going to... That's a huge commitment. There's almost no way you don't clear that back there, right? Interesting. He takes over here. I'm surprised the 50 is the defense because the 32 is the easy is the cap to block, right? The 50 is not the one to block. So you take the 32, then the 50 is useless. Yeah, he's got extra cards back here, sure, but this cap obviously the better of my 2 capitals, especially because I take to the right here and I'm already blocking it off. So we've reached a little bit of a standstill. I am, I would argue, well, not definitively stronger than black, but, you know, because he can break all of this stuff and hold a similar amount as me. It's the +3 back here. Technically, it would hold more. But he's also, and I think he knows this. I think he's come to the realization that he is a much easier. Well, no, honestly, this map, the problem with this map is the blocks are easy everywhere, even a middle cap like mine. I think he knows that that is an easier to block position than mine, but not by much, honestly. You know, I only have 1 active card, but I can pull off into several spots. So that is the benefit of this. 57 is fine. I'm going to leave that outward and pull it into this capital here. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the content on the channel, I know we've scaled back a little bit down to 5 videos a week rather than 1 every day. But if you're enjoying the content, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Leave a like as well on the video. Helps me out quite a bit. And I will I'll keep the vids rolling. Is he going to leave an 11 in front of me? Because I'm not going to break black. I don't like this play by blue. I mean, my current generation, I'm on 4 cards. My current generation is higher than what you've placed here. I think this is maybe somewhat antagonistic. The thing is, I don't know who's working with who. I don't think anybody's really working with me. I think there's a bigger chance that they're working with each other. I'd rather work with black on blue. But I know that blue single capital is likely very strong. So I'm not going to break black. This should be a show to black. It's got 50 here, blue does. Let's bring that back to this capital then. Very interesting choice by blue to have 50 troops here. Black got 14. So if black's less than 14, that was a double attack. I don't know if that is here. He's got 80 troops here. There's no, I guess I get it, right? Because there's no pathing down into this bonus here. So he's pulling +3/+2. Black is now fortifying what I think is the better of his capitals. Yes, this holds 4 cards if he needs it, but yeah, he's adding here. I still think this is the better cap. I have an idea. I don't know. There's 2 avenues to play this. Come off the cap now with the trade. Let's trade in and see how much we get here, right? This would be 140. go up here and take reds. Or I can just try to blitz this. Here's what we're gonna do. What is this amount? On 0. Either give me cards or back up, dude. He's gonna hit it. Yeah. I meant to slam it. Yeah, this is working for him now, too. I meant to slam the stack. I accidentally hit the fortify button, and then he got great dice on it. I mean, black would have seen him attack to the right, and then the stack returned to its same spot. He's upset that I broke him. I literally had no other choice. Sorry, dude. Oh, that does 1 point hold. See, I was thinking that this garderobe hit West Tower, but it doesn't. Interesting. Okay. I guess. That puts black in a really good spot. Blue's holding way too much off capital, in my humble opinion. I, for some reason, thought that this tower, West Tower, I could have sworn that hit garderobe. I thought that connection existed there. I mean, he's trading with me now. I don't know what that means. I'm definitely weaker than white now, although black traded early, so whatever that means. I can't take this card here. It's just not feasible. I mean, you leave the 10 on me. I'm not sure I understand that play. Because that means there's nothing left in front of blue there. Yeah, we're in a weird spot now. Black's getting the most? No, black's getting actually pretty much the same as me. Till he breaks me. But now he might trade down into here, right? I don't know. We also don't see blue trades early again. We don't see any of that. Red's worth 2 cards. I don't know that killing red is smart. Oh. Oh, this may be the biggest mistake. Oh, he made a huge mistake here. He's going to wrap around and break me? That's so... Oh, that's the worst play I've seen blue make this game. Because the issue with that play is what you do is you irritate both opponents. You've managed to irritate both opponents. And you broke all of black in here. Black had never had the +4 there, I guess. Down to 180. So he burned through at least 40 troops off that cap right there. I don't like this cap a whole lot. I'd love to see what is here. I don't want to close my cap off, though. Red doesn't trade me right now anyway, so... So this is interesting. Black's got 180 on one spot. I've got 250 split. Does he go right up into black? I just retook, right? He may have gotten broken by... Oh, no. Is he going to come in and break us again? Yeah? Okay. He breaks both of us again. Interesting choice, because we were not inherently working together. I was trying to... Black seemed like a trustworthy neighbor, you know, not removing me back here until I was forced to break him up here a bunch of times. Black sets. I have a trade on 3 as well. If he fails this, he may actually take red. Yeah. I thought he might do that because positionally that makes more sense. $108. I don't want to close my cap off. I'm not gonna. Just gonna sit here. I don't want to set, so force him to take the card elsewhere. Because he also moved that giant stack somewhere else too. You know, like if we see a cap number slip, we're in a really good spot. Because he has no way of getting around me. I mean, I hold this and I hold this, and I'm golden. Definitely got up into here. I wanted to trade without using the Joker. I'd love to know what's here. What is more interesting to me here, though, is if I open his cap up, what happens? 149. So this is where his capital is. I now don't have pathing to it, which isn't ideal. He has pathing to me. He's on 3 cards. I'm on 5. We do have a trade without the Joker, which is what I wanted. He is not happy. Black is not happy with him. And he chooses to break me, which closes his capital off. Pulls an 11 down. I don't understand this guy, man. Black sets early. There's a world here. Yeah, this is... Break underneath. Come on. He didn't hit this. There's a world here blue doesn't trade. Oh, well played. I didn't think he hit that. If blue doesn't trade here, and he opens me... I'm pathing him. Okay, blue does trade. Either way, you chalk this up. It probably benefits me. Comes off into me. He's beelining right over here. This is weird. Because you hit this, you lose, right? Like, I'll take your 2 cards. Wow, he lets black go... What the heck? He just gave black the capital for free. Why would you do that? Yeah. What? That's so stupid. This is my only card, because I can't hit this, right? And black goes before... Black goes before me. I mean, I can take the elimination, but then I'm just screwed, so... 139. Because I'm not gonna... I'm gonna hope he goes and slams into black. I mean, black took your cap. You chose to stack in front of me. I actually explicitly haven't done anything to blue. I haven't broken blue a single time. That's the funny part. I broke him in this bonus earlier when it was the only spot for cards. But, like, I didn't even break him when he had this up here. Black did that before I could. So, I was going to break him down here in this +2, and I didn't. I'm very confused by the choices made by the blue player in this game. And it looks like he might be flagging. Because there was a world he could have chosen to work with us, but he just opted to, on his own, go into both of us, which is weird. And now it seems like it's like he's botting out. And black has 4 caps, so. Alright. Maybe he'll play the next turn, I'm not sure. But, oh, 33, jeez. I don't think I have a trade. Yeah, I don't have the trade without the Joker, so he could easily block me here if he wants to. And I don't want to overtake cards, right? Like, then it makes a block on me easier. It's really frustrating that blue did that. I mean, maybe he'll slam the blue stack or something out of the kindness of his heart, but it looks like he's just going to stack it in front of me. That's it. That's really aggravating. Gonna bank on blue either still being botted or just quitting. Because now, how do I block a guy with 3 separate caps, right? Yeah, he is just botted. Left is stacked in front of me. We're gonna report that behavior. This is one of those times where actually automated bot would be better. I intentionally put this quantity of troops here because I wanted to make it so black couldn't block me. Leave my caps a little bit less defended. I actually don't have to put anything here if this blue stack stays, right? I mean, maybe we leave like 15 just so it's not a freebie. Black's taking a very long time to decide what he wants to do. I'm not open to anything. If he quits, I'm even more surprised because he was playing a pretty decent game. I thought that the nuance to the early part of this game, what are we doing? I thought the nuance to the early part of this game was interesting, and unfortunately, I mentioned this in my burnout video. It's effectively what I'll call that. I mentioned it in the burnout video, but I don't have a ton of time to record games all the time. Oh, someone is back. Black is back. Okay. I get an extra card, though, but he botted there for some reason. So I can actually... This is interesting, because this is, again, a protector, and I can take this cap from him from behind. And I don't... It looks like he's realized that. He is back, but that missed turn may hurt him dearly. Like, that may actually drastically harm him and his chances of missing a fail. Please fail. Aw, darn. What are we doing? Taking me everywhere? I don't think he realized what he just did. Oh, don't open me up. Black just managed to play this game completely wrong. And I'm not sure why. This doesn't open this cap on me, right? 5 on 3, not 100%. It does win. I don't want the 114 cap. I want this capital. Not the best of dice, but Because I can block him easier from here. Because the anticipation is that blue just flags. And now at this point, I don't think he's going to bother hitting the 234. So I can probably pull these extra 15 troops over. But I got to block here, here. It's going to take a minute. That's the problem. I don't actually even have to open him up here. Get me here. Try to split that. So I just come off this with everything I got. I think is the best way to do this. Darn. That's all right. I'm completely off this cap again because blue, I don't think blue is going anywhere. I want to make sure he doesn't do what I just did and trade and come hit me. Artillery on 3 would be crazy because we could go boom, boom. Yeah, I'm just trying to prevent him from holding additional bonuses, right? So we'll let him have his double, his triple cap and this +3 back here. That's fine for now. Keep his territory count, or I'll try to keep the territory count down. Goes boom, 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 boom. I mean, now he opens me up without me reopening this, I guess is important. Although I do reopen it once I hit here. But I'm not going to let him hold all of this. I need to wait until I have a trade-in to do anything meaningful. That's foolish. Because this allows me to break without... I think he's pulling troops from this bottom cap up to here, if I had to guess. I'm not planning on opening that, right? Because this... Yeah, West keep there. I'll close this off. 30. No trade-in on 3. I'm hoping he trades on 4, honestly. But I've got the block down, right? The block is it's effectively, with blue here, it's going to be 1, 2, I mean, I'll count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-point block, which is not great. I could expand that. Yeah, he does trade. That's good. I can expand that further if I need to. And I still have pathing, right? What he should do is just stop. He should take this and stop. Leave the 111 here. That opens me up again. That's foolish. Doesn't remove me from down here either. Don't let me hold the bonus either. Now, he does not have a trade in. We're banking on a trade on 4 here. So very specific methodology. Does he leave all these troops off cap? He does not. Can I break this? I wouldn't have done. Okay, sweet. I wouldn't have done that pathing that way if I had known. So does he just have a giant cap up here? Yeah. All right, I don't want to use the Joker. I'd almost prefer he trades on 3. Right, so he'll take his card here. I'll take my 5th. Trades on 3. We beat him. Are we getting... We're only getting 11, so we are getting less than him. We do have to set the block here. The goal here is to have it, get an artillery or a dude. It's 67% chance. Blue is actually not here anymore either. I think is he only going to take here? Is he going to let me block him? Does have pathing into the cap, but it's really convoluted. Like an outside lane. Fails that. Does he come around with the 230? Because right now I'm holding 2 extra. See, now he's letting me hold 2 extra bonuses that I didn't hold before. So I'll leave the 5 there. I need extra cards, right? So I need this card. I need whatever else he tries to take here. Comes off the cap, right? And we do get a trade without the Joker. Right, so we set him, we set the block now. I'm not going to be able to get any of this right now. It is going to be a little bit more expensive of a block. Oh, I missed a spot, but it opens my cap up. I wasn't thinking. Maybe he'll miss it. That's fine. He breaks there. How much does he get? He gets 26. So I do have a good amount here. This will let me, you know, recoup some of my losses and hopefully... Oh, although he'll be on 5, so why wouldn't I just let him break in the same spot? I did mess that up a little bit. Just in case. Right, he's on 5, so I don't want to risk losing a capital or anything here with him on 5. No trade without the Joker again. If he's kind enough to let me reset a block, that would be great. The whole idea is the moment he misses a card, that's when we recoup whatever losses, you know, we suffered from. So I want him to take here, and if he takes here just once, if it doesn't hit any of this other stuff, you're banking on having a trade on 3. That's foolish. That I really disagree with this play. I'm taking a known card here, right? I'm taking a known card on this spot. If you don't, if he sets, good for me, right? I don't have a trade on 3, but you got to win this roll. Does he blitz it? Oh, you know, he's going to hit blue. That's right. So we force him to take the blue cards. That's fine too. Right, there's only one more card here that he can take. This is another known card for me. I'm out of known cards after that. Well, all right, he's going to force me to slam this, so. I don't want to add here. That's terrible. That is not what 0% dice rolls are supposed to do. He can add here and probably break. 25 plus 8, 33. We'll see. Or he takes the extra card down here. I'm going to have to open his cap up here either way, which is not ideal. That's why I wanted to leave more cards in here, but he left extra troops. That I believe is his last card. We do have a set on 3. I've got different spots I can take here if I need to. $220. I was forced to open them up. Yeah, there's the trade. I'm glad I, oh, he's on 5 anyway, right? Glad I fortified back here. You just gotta sit here with this. This is the issue. You know, I closed myself off to that line now. Or have I? How am I looking at this? How do I see this territory? Oh, from here. Okay. This is not the easiest block in the world. Because he's not going to let his cap get closed off again. At least not anytime soon. This territory is crucial. This chicken coop one. This is tough. He is operating with what I think is far too many territories off cap, but or troops off cap. That's silly. That shouldn't happen. 15 to 40. That's crazy. Failed that, so I get free breakdown here again. Let's do this. I don't think I have enough to hit that, right? Probably not. Here's what we're going to do. We're just going to put a little bit down here. Trade on 3 is huge. Because evidently, this is clearly the cap that I need to try to take. Because I no longer have pathing into this spot off of here. He's playing this well. I mean, a comeback here would be crazy given what blue did to me. So, I still think I go for this. That's insane. That's nuts. This would be great to have these extra cards, but honestly... I'm not putting much down here. Because this spot, I mean, this is a bad spot for me. This is why I'm getting blocked. I've got extra cards here. I've got direct pathing into this spot. I can just... Now I have a 2-point block on him, right? Plus this. Take these cards, 2-point block. This was the cap that I needed to get. White had the best cap on the board with the way these blizzards are oriented. There's 2 blizzards. White still had the best cap on the board. Now, I don't know how much black has on this cap here. I have to be kind of careful because of that. He is on a trade. So, you know, theoretically, he should get the 110 cap back. But you guys can see how difficult it was for me to block him from that cap and this cap. Because anytime I open this up, this over here, I open the cap up. And there's too much generation to block him, at least at this stage. Flagging would be the shame because I don't think he's out of this by any means. I did get incredible dice on that. That's a bummer. I'm actually really disappointed to see that. But I'll keep playing. You know, no shying away. Maybe he returns. Maybe this game ends in a flagging. It'd be a shame if it did, but it is what it is. Black had, like, I think Black is expert at least. I think a master would have stuck in this game. I think that's my theory, right? He doesn't know what I fortified here. He saw a fortify happen. He doesn't know how much I left on this cap. Like, you could theoretically weasel your way back into this. Although he actually, with his huge stack, he's on 5 cards, but his huge stack didn't even have pathing to this capital. So there is that, right? It was forced to go into one of these two up here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll see how much on this next turn, how much it has here. Because at this point, because he left, there's almost no way that he can come back here. I either have to eliminate him or just cap run. But interesting game, to say the least. I'll at least do it like this. We'll just slowly but surely plug away. Can probably eliminate blue here soon and take its extra cards. I'll take the 142 out, though, first. I don't know. The other thing is I don't know how much he's got on this cap, right? He may not have that much. I got a really good roll on this cap up here. I kind of saw it as my only shot at winning was going for that. So, no reservations behind that decision. I think that was the right choice at this stage of the game. Once I realized, like, the block just... I had the block for a very brief second, and it just wasn't going to end up being fruitful. By the way, bonuses on this board, I never went through them. We got Battlements +5, Crown Jewel +5, Lower Yard, King's Quarters with the +4s, First Defense, Gatehouse, West Keep, Kingsguard +3s, as is Viper Fleet, and the Knut's Ravens and Ironsides Falls are the +2s on the board. If you guys are waiting for me to go through what the bonuses were, that, my friends, is what they were. I'll eliminate blue on the next turn. Because it'll flag black out eventually anyway. I think that there's enough troops on this capital where... I think there's enough troops on that cap. He's still botted. I'm just going to do this. If he comes back and steals this, then screw me, right? Like, I deserve that treatment. But this will leave me on 5 cards after this, and I've still got the anchor cap here, so... let's go like this. There's probably a world in which I can win this here momentarily. He's got 105 here. Let's see, can I get it low enough? Can I finish him off? He won't have a trade. 30. I think that's still enough. Alright. Wrapping it up. Clean the board. He only had 107 there, so he was keeping most of those troops that he got from his trade-ins off capital. He even fortified some back here. I'm surprised he didn't just go with most of the stack. He doesn't know I have a trade on 3, but it was a risk I needed to take. Black apparently only a beginner. White was next. I'm not surprised. White picked what I deemed to be a solid capital, even with Black going after him. Actually boxed Black out. White should have prioritized removal of Black once he realized that was a 1-point hold there from his own capital. Not super surprised by the low ranks in this one, but we will place it on our tier list. First off, I want to look at the map here on our other monitor. You can see it right here. Blizzards can be impactful here. You can have a 2-point hold over the bonus at the top. Any of these towers becoming a blizzard, especially the tower that we ended up not having a blizzard and having it be so impactful over here on the right-hand side, can certainly choke up the map a little bit more. We did have, we had a blizzard here. So that cut off this line, which is interesting. And then this is actually 3 territories. The image is not correct here. There are 3 territories in here, I believe. And then we had the blizzard here, which cut off the boats line. So that certainly chokes it up. At the end of the day, the map is just a bit small. It's a little bit too small for my liking, and a little bit too choky, a little bit too easy to even set the blocks. You saw Black doing it right away, and I think the beginner rank on his account is not accurate. I think he was a better player than that. I like card blocks, but I don't like card blocks that can be set from one singular position unbelievably easily. Obviously, it was a much more difficult card block for myself, but I was in the inverse of that spot, simply because of the capital control, right? If he didn't have the bottom right cap, I didn't have to worry about having that territory on the right-hand side, this one here, because I would have had this cap here, and then we just blocked this territory rather than needing it as access to the other spots, and that was entirely because of the blue player. So, um, where does End of the King land? I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I don't think it's the best thing in the world. I think it falls somewhere in the Moonstone Forest range down here, where it's like it's a competitive map. I think that it can express skill, but sometimes a little bit too easy to fall into some of the not so fun parts of the game. I definitely like it more than Stairs. I don't think I like it more than Connolly Castle. So we'll land it right in here. It's this general breed of map with the ability to just block spots much more easily than you'd expect. And that's where we will find End of the King. If you guys enjoyed the video, again, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be looking at Battle of Svolder next week on Tier List Tuesday. That is one of my favorite maps, albeit it is not a very good map. So we'll have a fun review of that one next Tuesday. As always, everybody, I have been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.